Today, from in Glendale, Arizona, divisional round playoffs on E! It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Hello, everyone. It's the postseason. Pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
Quickly to the air is Wilson. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Wilson. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. 2 catches. Down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game. Opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. And they'll be let out by their left-handed quarterback.
And now it gets real. Because as a rookie quarterback, all those accolades and great performances in the regular season, they essentially go right out the window. They get erased, and you have to start over. Played extremely well to get the team the #1 seed and the first-round bye. But this is where he proves himself as a quarterback in the NFL. In the playoffs, and can he win games?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, a run with Benson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st down, right back to Benson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cardinals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. And New York set to take the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 2nd down and a yard. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Murray a give. This is Conner. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll run here with Connor. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals are able to stretch out their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Now Wilson on 1st down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now it's Wilson.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Ball.
Spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down at a yard.
To throw again is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. After one, a 14-3 ball game. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Wilson.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Wilson running left on the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw He saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Murray sliding out of the pocket.
A short one here caught by McBride.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
On 1st down, it's Benson.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey Benson.
54 yards.
And the Cards continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. You talk about rookies having big statistical years. He had a boatload of these in the regular season, more than one per game, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting.
And the Cards are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
He'll start the drive with a give to Conner.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
out there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Goes right back to McBride.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They run behind center with Connor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Murray going to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey McBride
from 3 yards out.
And the Cardinals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well game.
Algier now up the middle.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line.
Algier going straight ahead.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's Gray on second down.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Here's Wilson.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Hand off now. It's Gray with it.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll run for it with Algier.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Tyler Algier.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
Gano the extra point. And the lead is down to 28-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Cardinal offense takes back over. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
They run over center with Benson.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and 10. Now Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
3rd and 2, now Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Wilson.
Robinson's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Second and a couple.
Again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't
line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Wilson now to throw on third down.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now Wilson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Gano's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Connor up the middle. And running with power here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
116 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Touchdown! A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded in the end zone with no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, Wilson buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up the fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Again, a run with Conner. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, it's Conner. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
He hasn't been sacked all game, and there's an example as to why. Evaded the pressure, got out of the pocket, but even with the extra time, it doesn't translate.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Starting the drive with Algier.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Shrugs him off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. On the counter, here's Algier. And fights through one man. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now off the bootleg.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Now a first carry for their fullback. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
Complete right side to Hyatt. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Looking to throw. Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants get a bit closer.
Wilson going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space.
And Connor going to pick up a Cardinals first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Murray now.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On the handoff, Connor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Murray. Going to look deep for Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obvious. a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
Touchdown, Giants!
Daniel Bellinger.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Benson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On play action, it's Murray. On the move to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Kyler going to give this to Benson.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Trey Benson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Wilson.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Algier with another carry.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Now it's Wilson.
Has it to Hyatt on the out route. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson, rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded, it's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Here's Wilson. That's complete to Slayton. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Darius Slayton from 13 yards out.
And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
A handoff here to Benson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Benson.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
They'll fake it to Conner. Now Murray.
And his throw is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
One more time with Benson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Cardinals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:40 remaining. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Benson.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Trey Benson.
Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Cardinals tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin them inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
And New York set to take the field.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Wilson. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taken from just outside the 30.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And the Cardinals season will continue as we say thanks for watching and so long.
today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's the NFC Championship game. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Green Bay Packers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
End result of that. A nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a second down throw for Love here. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping in behind the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And his throw here's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
On the option, Love will hang on to it.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Connor on 1st down, able to take this one forward for about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Play action. Now it's Murray. Flush to his right.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll run here with Connor. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Murray out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. This will cost him 11 yards there on the 2nd and goal sack.
3rd and goal and still a long way from the end zone.
Murray now to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. Now Murray off play action. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass from the 5 falls incomplete, and the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Jordan Love ready on 1st down here.
And complete once again to Watson.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Throwing. Love.
He's into space past the 25.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Here's Love.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And this one is right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's who you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that. Right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Murray.
He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Connor up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Play fake. Murray steps away. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
They run over center with Benson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, a run with Benson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Trey Benson.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Off the play fake, Love. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Now a 2nd and 6.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Murray going to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Connor is in. Touchdown, Arizona.
Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Love, they go play action now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Jacobs from the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. Now, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Love now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And finally down at the 9-yard line. This is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Murray. He's got McBride here over the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cards continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's been unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And not much
yards to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Love. Right side to Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Love now to pass on 1st down. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Love. He'll complete this one to Watson.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude.
Murray fighting, lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Here's Murray. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Marvin Harrison Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals would extend their lead here just before halftime.
On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs squaring off against the Buffalo Bills. It was a solid first half for the always dangerous Kyler Murray. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
2 yards, good enough for a first. On play action, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Wilson's got it complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up fourth down. They'll run for it with Connor. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Again, a run with Connor. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A give to the fullback on the dive, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
They'll roll him out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
In motion left goes Watson. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go. Here we go.
Love from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're...
And now the rookie's free.
He may go.
Touchdown, Cardinals. It's the fullback. 67 yards.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like the Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Second down, Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. To throw now, here's Love. That's complete to Wicks. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Dobbs goes in motion. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Love.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Brooks.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st and 10, Love.
He's got room to roam.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Love. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Love. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, for the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Zaven Collins
drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal.
This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
81 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Connor up the middle. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Here's a handoff to Connor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Packers get set to go. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Love. He gets that one complete to Wicks. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Love now on 2nd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Again, it's Love. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23, and he'll be out right at the 35. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles, and some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
First down, going to the air with Love. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Pressure comes and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions oh so close as they try to finish this one off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
1st down, Love to pass.
Finds his receiver, Watson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Cleaned it out left to Dobbs.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Love looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Ready?
And they take a knee.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 65. Mike 12, Mike 12. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.